Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your counter-terrorist analysis from Terrorist Tuchel and Michael Mourinho. As you can see, Clayton's camera agrees with me. But yeah, what a shocking waste of 90 minutes of my life. Thank goodness.
I'll say it right now. I'll fix this shit. That was some terrorist shit from both sides.
Yeah.
The camera.
Yeah,
now,
you
guys.
fix the camera for you. Yeah, guys, I'll be honest with you. Today was tough. Yeah, today was tough. Luckily, I downloaded a nice Scrabble game on my phone today. I was playing it in between the game because that's shocking. It's the reason I hate Tuchel so much. It's the reason we need a new coach as well. Because oh my god, that was awful. That was really awful. And Mr. Ralph Ragnick, if we were watching, we probably put the poor guy to sleep. You know, my man's probably getting sad, depressed. He's probably thinking like, press. No one presses. Like, okay, someone put pressure. No one puts pressure. Aaron Bissaka giving away a penalty. It's just like, now what are these guys doing? You know. So Ralph, we need you, brother. We need you as soon as possible. First thing tomorrow, Monday, I want you in Manchester, Carrington, and please be sorting out this mess because, yeah, it's shocking at the moment. So subscribe if you're new. Smash a like. We'll do the player ratings, all that good stuff, but it was shocking in general. But yeah, Mr. Muloti, we'll start with you. What did you think of that 90 minutes of, I don't even want to call it football, but 90 minutes of, I don't know what that was.
No, to be honest, I respect Carrick because I've never seen someone stink out Stamford Bridge like he did. Yeah, like we shut down that game, especially the first half. It was horrible, and look, I don't want to shout about it and be angry because he's gone, you know. So it was a one-off, really. So I'm cool about it, you know. For me today, he could have done anything. It really wouldn't have mattered. Maybe if we'd taken a beating, yeah, that would have sucked. But we didn't. We got a point, and that's worth something because you don't want to be, 12 points after if we had lost.
Oof, I don't even know. I don't even think it matters for us.
Points,
It's a good result for the rest of like Liverpool and City.
Still, yeah. You know, you want to be as close as possible, no matter what, to the top, you know? Because it's embarrassing at the end of the day for like 25 points behind the champions. We don't want that. So, yeah, I feel like he was very compact. I'll give him that. Extremely compact. And what I saw today was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's legacy. Really, it was Ole at his prime.
Ole at his prime.
It was. I was back to Liverpool when we got a 0-0 draw. Back to Chelsea, actually, last year we got a 0-0 draw. Like, we weren't giving them a sniff defensively.
We're 12 points behind Chelsea, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, so it would have been worse. Yeah, it's already not pretty, I guess. But, yeah, we didn't give them a sniff. And Chelsea, I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, because I felt like for us to be that deep, it shouldn't really affect them as much as it has if they're going to be title contenders. And it hints at what I was saying the other day. I just feel like Chelsea don't have talismans, you know? They have a good system that works, but they don't have players who just make magic happen, you know? And going forward, I think that's a worry for them. But yeah, let's not talk about Chelsea too much. United, we were defensively sound, you know, we weren't letting them in. And we were trying to capitalize on the turnover ball, you know, on Chelsea making mistakes. But the problem with that, as much as Chelsea aren't good in attack, weren't good in attack today, they just don't make mistakes on the ball. Like, it's very clean. So for most of the first half, we didn't even get into their box, you know. So it was just that was just the game. And we got lucky with Jadon Sancho because Chelsea made a mistake, and Sancho's a good player, so he wouldn't miss. But overall, yeah, it was a stinker. You know? That's not the football we want at Manchester United, you know. And I just don't get it. I don't get how Carrick grew up under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he probably did grow up under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Gunnar Solskjaer is his teacher, and that's why he played like this. But I don't get how he grew up under Sir Alex Ferguson and then produced this. I just don't get it. But it's fine, you know, because we got a point at the end of the day, and we move, you know. Ragnick comes in, and yeah, life is going to be good. At least that's behind us.
At least what I will say is that if anyone think that's what Ragnick had a word with Carrick or had any influence on that game today, no, we see nothing. We see nothing of Ragnick today. Today it was proper depressing football. But yeah, anyways, Clay, what did you think of that game?
I know I said this game doesn't matter, but right now I'm looking at this game as the only time I get to actually slate Carrick. This was the biggest shit show I've ever seen on planet Earth. We played 3 CDMs,
Mm-hmm.
and Bruno was a makeshift striker at stages. We had no width. It was pure counterattack luck. That was what our game was. We had 3 shots all game. I'm actually looking at the stuff. 3 shots all game.
Can you check how many touches we had in that box in the first half? Because I swear it must be like 1 or 2.
Dude.
I'll see if I can find
Boy,
it.
I don't ever remember us going forward at all. Ever. Like, it is so sad. It's just like, okay.
It is so disappointing. We created 1 chance all game, and we made half the passes that they did. Quite literally, less
Yeah.
than half.
They had like something crazy, like 16 corners to our 1 as well. So it was all 2
Yeah,
maybe towards the
15
end.
to our
yeah.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to our 2
15
because
to
at
our
the end,
2.
yeah.
24 shots from Chelsea, 13 chances created to our 3 and 1. So again, like Moloto was saying, fully agree with it. They don't have that talisman when Lukaku is out, and they're just going to struggle whenever they are in that situation against a team that can try and keep them quiet defensively. Because again, we were very compact. We were on top of each other. De Gea made 5 saves today, and again, it was another really good performance from him. And can't really blame for missing a pen. It's a penalty. It's
Yeah.
basically a 50-50. You can't really be upset at him missing a pen. So again, it was another really good performance from him, and just the defenders in general gave in a half-decent shift to make sure they had very shitty attempts and made sure that they blocked as many as possible and got in their way as much as possible. And it was Jose ball, to say the least, except so much more poorly executed. And looked at Jose as a prime example and just went, I'm gonna tear this apart now.
The
And
reason
shit.
why Mourinho liked Carrot, evidently, no? You can see that.
Yeah, I just can't. That was disgusting football. I never, ever want to see United play like that again.
Hope it's just
I
the
can
last.
say this about United though. In the second half, we look like a different team. I don't know what it is about Carrick. At half time, he just changes everything up. We started carrying on the ball more. We started actually passing more. That's when we started actually getting ourselves into their final third. So I don't understand what Carrick's doing here. Is he playing like a relegation team? It's just like
I think
tired our
so.
position out and then we go.
Just keep it 0-0
that a-
until the end of the game and see if we can nick it.
Honestly,
That's a joke.
I don't think it's a mental thing and 2 Chelsea, to be honest. Because I think as soon as Sancho scored, I do think it improved a little because the players just look more confident in themselves. And then Chelsea just opened up, They started hiring things, and I think that gave us way more space to play.
Yeah, that also because like I said,
Yeah.
we prefer it that way anyways
Preference,
when
for
we
sure.
can counter. But yeah, like I said, overall, it's not a day of football. Football did not win today, thank goodness. And this is the reason I don't want Chelsea to win the league because they're fucking awful. We are shite. Liverpool or City need to win this league if we're not gonna win it because it's justice for football. This is awful. The 90 minutes I'm gonna get it back to my life, and hopefully we and the Ralph Ragnick are gonna start playing some of that Liverpool football. So yeah.
I feel like
Anyways.
for us, it means something, but not too much because we know we're going. For Carrick, like, what kind of football philosophy is this? Where is he going to take this and be successful? I just
If you
don't
tried
get
to
it.
impress Ragnick today, you would have failed.
He's trying to be Sam Allardyce. That's what he's
Yeah.
trying to do.
That's what it is. That small team mentality, Like, if we had a better balance, Simeone's done it, Mourinho in the past. We had no balance whatsoever today.
Yeah.
We're basically 10 men in our own box. That's what it is, And I think today we saw Carrick's priorities lie, When you have one game that really doesn't mean much, do you go for it and show the big manager mentality, or do you play really for just the points? And that's what he showed us today. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Brenrick has to just brainwash Carrick and just tell him, just unlearn everything you've learned because it's shite.
No,
This is how
what he
it's
needs to
done.
do is he
This
needs to
is
tell
how-
Carrick to leave Carrington with his bags, with McKenna and everyone else. That's what Ragnick needs to do. No
I
coaching,
understand, man.
no teaching, nothing. Ragnick,
Tuchel and Klopp as assistants.
yeah, he can bring his coaches as assistants. But yeah, anyways, gentlemen, yeah. Hopefully we touch wood that that was the last time we watched Manchester United play like that. So, like I said, at most it shouldn't even happen. I'll be fuming if it does. But at most that Arsenal game, but he needs to be. We need to get him through the door tomorrow. tomorrow it needs to be announced that he's the manager and that he's in England and it's time to coach. Even if he's not, I don't care what Ragnick's doing. Some other Zoom meetings need to be happening, or he's already coaching the team on Monday. Because I don't care. I cannot go another week watching that football. But yeah, let's
Like, it's the last thing. They clearly, him and Oliver Solskjaer clearly share the Donny hatred. Because McTominay's on a yellow card.
Yeah.
Like, I was losing my mind. He's on a yellow card. He's not really progressing the ball.
Looked like he had a
Just Donny,
concussion
you
at
can
the
do
point in the
He
game.
did. Yeah, I got elbowed in the
you know what
face.
pissed me off the most? I'm like, okay, Donny's coming off. McTominay's leaving. Fine. Bruno comes off. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this might be another positive. Hopefully it's the last time he's got McTominay also at that midfield. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this in the past. We're just going to move on. We're going to take it by the chin. And like I said, a point is a good point for us. It's a good point for probably everyone, like I say, though. For us, it really doesn't mean anything. But obviously, it's a good point in general to take away from the league leaders. And we just got to use it. And like I said, if you ask Ragnick, would you want that point or no points? We'd have wanted the point anyways. Makes his job a little bit easier. So we move on. Anyways, let's analyze these poor footballers, because they're going to catch a rude awakening very soon, starting with David De Gea. Did nothing wrong. Penalty, couldn't save. It's unfortunate. I'll give him a 6. He could have had a 7 if it wasn't for that penalty. So yeah, 6.
Yeah, penalties 50-50, I don't want to really blame him that much, to be honest. So I'm gonna give him a 7, to be honest. I don't think we can blame him too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he
I
made some
agree.
good saves.
Definitely 7. I fully agree.
Fair enough. Tellez, I don't know what he did, to be honest with you. I can't really tell. Like, going forward today, again, he's alright. I don't know. For me, he ain't dropping Luke Shaw anytime soon, from what I've seen from Alex Tellez. And I just think that, I don't know. It just seems a bit overhyped at the moment to me. So, Tellez, I'm disappointed with. In general, defensively, he's nowhere close to Luke Shaw. Offensively, we're supposed to be beating Luke Shaw. Haven't seen it, so I'm gonna give Alex Tellez a 5.
We'll see. Clean slate under Ragnick.
Yeah, clean. All the players get clean, except for McTominay and Maguire.
To be honest, I think you might be shocked how much it's a little positional awareness from the manager will impact these players and how much better some of them can get, to be honest. But yeah, he didn't make any mistakes really. So we can see the 1 goal. I'll give him a 5.5. That'll be nice.
5.5. Huh?
Yeah, I actually think Tellez was like the only bright spark in the first half. I think he did his job very well defensively, but then he just disappeared into the game and just existed. So I'm just gonna go with the 6.
There you go. 6. Victor Lindelof didn't really. It was just an average game for Victor Lindelof again. Not like the last game. Was Maloto on that match reaction? I don't even know if Maloto was on the match reaction. But the last game I said that Victor Lindelof was insane. He did well. This game it's just normal Victor Lindelof again with regards to the penalty or whatever. Wasn't at fault. Defensively, he kept the shape. He did what he had to do. I don't think there's too much wrong. I'll just give him my average 6 for Victor Lindelof.
Well, I think the defenders, the centre backs did well. I think they made a lot of blocks today. And in Carrick's defensive system, I think they did well. It didn't disappoint. 7? Nah, I'll say 6.5.
Yeah, I saw Victor make a few mistakes. I saw him have to recover from one of the mistakes that he made. It was just at times very shocking. Then at other times he's clearing out every single ball. He's getting in front of every other shot. So yeah, I'll just have to go with the 6. I think it was just turned out average after everything.
Yeah. Bye. Same again. I think if Maguire was here, we'd probably concede a lot more chances. But Bye did his thing well again. I don't really blame him for anything. I'll also give him a 6. It was almost a Carrick. It's almost a Carrick masterclass. What you would have wanted today. Keep it tight. Make sure we keep the clean sheet for as long as possible and try and nick it. It nearly was a 10 out of 10 game plan for Mike Carrick, but it slept up. So yeah, 6 for Bye.
Yeah, he used that famous turn he liked at the beginning. In the first half. You can't go a game without doing it. Bloody hell. But yeah, and I think what Bye does, I think he threw himself around, made a lot of blocks, and I enjoyed his performance. I'm going to give him a 7.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of on like the Lindelof train of the body. I thought like he just disappeared into the game. I didn't really see him do anything. I thought he was just there. Like there was a few occasions, but like it was just really nothing special. So I'm okay to give him a 6.
I don't know. This is just lackluster from everyone really today.
Yeah.
Everyone, Basaka penalty, his fault. Anything else, honestly, like I said, when I was watching Reece James, it's just like, oh, it's a fullback you would like, And I think there will be moments, and obviously under Ragnick, we're going to see what happens with Aaron Basaka. But today, you had fault for the goal. We could have had somehow, some way, scammed 3 points today if it wasn't for the penalty, because it didn't look like Chelsea really were going to get the goal other than that. So, you just have to fall on the sword today, I guess. I'll give you a 3.
Yeah, I didn't like his performance today. The penalty aside, I just felt like sometimes, okay, really it was on one occasion, so maybe I'm nitpicking. But there's one occasion we just held on the ball for way too long, and I was so frustrated. Dude,
That's what I was
just keep
thinking
it
today
moving.
also, that, because I like the whole Ragnick 8 seconds thing. Every time I got the ball, I was like 8 seconds. And it's just like, it's just like at 12 seconds, and the ball goes backwards, and you're just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm very confused on the ball. It was like a nice 1-2, but then there's no continuation. There's clearly no plan because then it goes nowhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, here we go. So, yeah, I didn't like that. But you know what? I'm sick of those all-in characters, honestly. I feel like if you're just defending the whole game, the chance of you making a mistake is so much higher, honestly. And I don't want to punish him too much for that. So I'm going to give him a 5.
I want to talk tactics a little bit here, because this is something that I noticed that annoyed the ever-loving shit out of me from especially our right-hand side. We had just no clue how to mark Chelsea's wing backs. We had no clue how to mark them. Like, occasionally you'd see Fred and Aaron Bissaka on the winger. You'd see them both hanging onto the winger, and then the fullback has free game. That was what Marcos Alonso's day was. Everybody was hugging Callum Hudson-Odoi, and then just Alonso had free roam, and it pissed me off to just. I don't understand how Aaron Wan-Bissaka is back to this holding hand situation, where he doesn't know how to hold the width. Like you obviously need to discuss who marks who in the situation, because if Fred is dropping back and you're playing this very defensive system, one needs to mark the fullback, one needs to mark the winger, and it should be Fred that's on the wing back and Aaron Bissaka that's on the winger. That makes logical sense. And then we just see them both on the same person at the same time, and then somebody has a lot of space and a lot of time.
There's always a free
and
man.
create a chance like that. It frustrated me to no extent, and just yeah, I'm exceptionally pissed off with his performance, just defensively as well. I know he did make like one really good tackle, but that was about it from him.
I don't remember a good tackle from him today.
Yeah, he made one good tackle to break a counter attack or something. That's all it was from him. Otherwise, yeah, it was dead. Gave away the penalty. It was completely unnecessary. That was a very, very rash thing for him to do in the penalty spot, to just boot it when there's a player in front of you. You should really try and do that, because he's gonna go down every single time, and you're gonna give away a foul every single time. That's not something a defender should do at the highest level. I don't think you can hear the dog in the background. But yeah, just very poor overall. So I actually just want to give him a 0.
To be honest,
I don't think it was good enough. What did he do you going forward either? I don't think there was like one moment throughout the entire game.
Not one of our players did anything good.
I think he did absolutely nothing. He was a detriment to the team, holding Fred's hand, holding Bailly's hand, and he didn't do his job at all. I know it's a lot of character tax here and a lot of coaching tax. So I can assure you, under a good coach, he's gonna hold wide. But he did absolutely nothing today, and I felt he made way more errors than he did positives. And I feel like no rating is deserved for him. It wasn't good enough.
to be honest, I'm wide for his position with Ragnick coming. I really am. I can see him preferring Dallo over 1%.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what he does. Like I said, everyone gets a clean slate. When Ragnick comes in, let's see what he can do. Let's see who he trusts. Because whatever Ragnick that says, whatever, if he plays McFred, he plays McFred. I trust his McFred over anything else. So, let's just see what Ragnick does. All faith in Ragnick at this moment of time. Moving onwards to this most defensive midfield we could ever put out at Manchester United. If I swear to God, if I ever see this midfield again, I'm gonna cry my heart out. Starting with Scott. I'm gonna rate the whole midfield once. To be honest with you, Scott, you can have a 0. Matt, you can have a 5. Fred, you can have a 5. Bruno, you can have a 0. Scott and Bruno stink it up. I think Bruno deserves actually to get dropped and come off the bench at the moment because he doesn't deserve to play. He just does not. Scott is the worst midfielder I've ever seen. I would sell him to Newcastle if I got the chance. Fred, I thought was alright today. I think he's going to be probably Rangnick's favourite player, and I liked Fred, Always high intensity, high pressing, and he did cause Chelsea some trouble today. Stunk it up with some of his decision making as always, but that's Fred. And with Matic, I thought Matic was very bad at some points, but then very good at some points. So it'll just balance to a 5. That's what I think. What did you think of that midfield performance today?
Matic, you look, in the past, I've argued when people say he's finished because I just felt like he needs more game time. But today, I'm starting to wonder, honestly. And with a new manager coming in, of course, once again, clean slates, but he just looked off the pace today. He just does not look like the same player. I feel like he's losing balls everywhere. He looks very sluggish and slow. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 4. I just don't know what Matic did today, honestly. And then to his friend, Scott McTominay, oh my God. I just don't get it. I don't. Maybe his athleticism will work in his favor with Ragnar coming in. But besides that, he's such a waste of space. Yes, he gets tired, but he doesn't really make an appropriate tackle. He's committing fouls left, right, and center. And he's not good enough. He's just not good enough. So I agree with you, Zero. Fred, it was okay. What can I say? I agree with your analysis. I do think we're going to see a lot more of Fred with the new manager coming in. Because I don't think defensively he's that bad. We've seen in the past. And offensively he's decent as well. So I think with good coaching, we can see a decent player in Fred. So, but still, didn't see much from him. So I'm going to give him a 4. And then Bruno, what was Bruno's position today? I feel like it was in no man's land today, So I don't want to blame him too much, honestly. I think it's down to character tactics and what is he playing, a false 9 or is he a 10? I don't know what was happening to Bruno today. So I'm going to give Bruno a 5. I'm not having it.
Whew, that's a beautiful midfield performance we're having here so far, lads. Amazing midfield performance this year, I tell you what.
Yeah, I'm going to start left. You hit the jackpot. That's not 0. Scott McTominay is an absolute waste of space. I don't understand what he offered today. I don't understand what he offers in general anymore. I've lost the faith that he's even good box to box.
No more Scott to McSauce from you.
McSaucy's out. McSaucy's out. Okay, we're done with McSaucy. Matic, he didn't exist today. If I'm being honest. I'll go with the 4 even. I'll agree with that. The only player that I actually noticed and somewhat respected today was actually Fred.
Yeah, me also.
I actually saw some positives from Fred today. His high intensity. He did a madness when he lost the ball. He went straight.
That's what I think. I think if Ragnick was watching today, I would only be happy about Sancho and Fred.
Very happy with Sancho and Fred. 100%. Fully agree. So yeah, I think Fred had a decent performance. So I'll give him a 6. I think it was average. I don't think he was a detriment to the team. I think he did his job.
That's a Fred 6.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, it's fine. Bruno, I want my Bruno back. I don't know what the hell he was doing today, as Marty said. He was up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, and he had no clue where he was meant to be at the right times. And then when he was playing striker, who was right next to him holding his hand? Sancho and Rashford. It made no sense what our idea was playing Bruno like that. Because we had no width the entire game to give him space. Whenever he charged forward to try play a ball forward, there was just too many Chelsea defenders on our 2 strikers. And we just had to sit there and watch the ball get intercepted. So it just looked bad in general. He couldn't do any of the basics because he was just outnumbered at any given stage. Bruno is such a talented player, and he's the only one I will give the character bias to and agree with Mortis 5. It was disappointing, but he's exempt from character tax, okay? He's done more than enough to prove that he's exempt from character tax.
Bruno's getting a lot of slate these days, I can tell you that much. And at the moment, I would love to defend Bruno, but Yeah, I'm also not having it. Bruno, you did start acting up again. The chips are falling away slowly. So, like I said, under the new manager, I expect you to be in his plans. If not, that'll be a huge waking up for Mr. Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, at the moment, it ain't the same Bruno we know and love. So yeah.
I'm willing to give McTominay even a clean slate as well. To be completely honest,
there's two players who are not getting clean slates from me.
Listen.
Maguire and McTominay can go down. I don't want them.
I feel like having the natural ability of being a 6 is always important, but it's even more important in a team where individual brilliance is important, where we rely on it. Under Rangnick, I kind of feel like I've heard that there's a variation of the pressing and the gegenpress where you press into space, So if he can train them in that manner, it becomes so much better. They're not as exposed, because I think a big problem at United is that because we don't press, we get caught on the turnover, and then I think more is demanded from the centre backs being good at stopping and winning the ball, and the CDMs. So I do think good coaching will make a big difference.
We'll have to see. Like I said, if Rangnick picked McTominay his first game, let's see how McTominay performs then, because we haven't even been able to see. Like you said, we haven't even had a training picture yet. It'd be nice to just look at a training picture. Like you said, maybe they're all dead on the floor. They're not like, yes, okay, maybe he's doing something right. Then
Cool.
Then it's good. Then we're in the right direction. But hopefully it's not too long before we start seeing those type of things. Anyways, moving on. What do you think of this man's performance? I'd sell him. Honestly, he's irritating the life. I'd sell him today if I could. I hate.
Yeah,
I
agree with the judgment with him. I do think that there's probably a really good player in Rashford, and we'll see if he can be unlocked. But yeah, today, I stank it out. You could have just sat down and read a newspaper, because I have no idea what Rashford did today. So
it's the biggest waste of talent I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Jazira.
When Rashi doesn't score a goal or get involved in the game somehow, he is one of the worst players on the pitch, and McTominay is on the pitch with him, and that's just saying it all. Because this kid has literally Ballon d'Or qualities in him if he just is under the right coaching. And again, I think under Ralph Rangnick, we are going
That's
to
his
see
last
this guy
chance
turn
for me.
Mo Salah.
That's my last. Yeah, exactly. That's my last chance for Rashford.
Yeah, so I expect we're going to see a lot more out of him as soon as Ralph comes in. This is very much a victim of just poor coaching and just individual go do your thing. Because none of these players have learned over the past 3 years under Oli at this point. They just run, and they have to pray that the goalkeeper will just miss it.
Yeah.
They'll pray that goes in the back of the net. That's it. So yeah, 0. It's very, very easy.
Oh, I hit the jackpot also. It's got today. Mr. Jaden, though, tell you what, Jaden, you stay away from Rashford, okay? You stay far away from Rashford as you possibly can in training until Ralph fixes it. Because he mustn't influence you. Sancho, you are beautiful. The football IQ is very high. The Shirmi to Dami Mendy, flawless. Very fortunate. Let's not get it wrong. Very, very fortunate. And if it wasn't for that moment, try not to have Sancho glasses on, you are probably the most victim of the system, because any long ball anyways would probably be directed towards Marcus Rashford. But again, when you're on the ball, there ain't no man who looks more dangerous than Jadon Sancho at the moment in Manchester United. Feeding off confidence, 2 from 2. He's not my man of the match, because my man of the match is Timo Werner today. But I am going to give Sancho an 8 just for the goal. So, he needs everything he can get at the moment, and he's on form. So.
Yeah, no, I do think he's better than the match, but it's not by the greatest of standards compared to everyone else. But I think, he looked good too. He looks more comfortable. He looks way more comfortable, And yeah, we clearly have a play in there. And yeah, he finished Mendy. Mendy was sus today.
Mendy was out of sus. The one to Fred, we should have capitalized on that. That's why Fred was teasy for me also today.
Yeah, so I would say 7, but I'm going to say 8. Just for once.
Hey. Send your text,
This guy is a player, this guy is the player, and he is the real deal. I will not hear it. This guy is playing on the right for 3 games, and he scored 2 goals.
Exactly, I was going to say really two games on the Carrick on the right, he's got 2 goals.
I am so done with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's
actually
made everybody dusted.
My one Liverpool friend messaged me, said, I'll tell you now what he said. What did he say? Because he loves Sancho, he's a big fan of Jadon Sancho, and he said to me, Okay, where's this message? He said, well, he said he wanted us to win because he's a local fan, but he said he cannot believe Ollie had never played Jadon Sancho. Especially, but it just shows to show. I mean, Carrick is nowhere near a good enough manager. Guarantee you, Carrick, what he did today was 10 times better than what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have done today. That's how bad Ollie was as a manager, so, yeah. Me too, Liverpool fan, me too. We're all surprised how Sancho hasn't been playing.
Sancho is immense, and he's only going to get better and better and better and better. This kid is the real deal, and I'm not hearing it.
I think him and Fred are going to be Ragnick's favorite players, and Don.
Yep,
those two
100%.
are going to be his favorite.
I'm so ready for the Sancho era to begin under Ralph. I'm so ready. Again, I touted this guy to be my player of the season for United. This guy is going to do great things. I called it. I know what he's made of, and he's just proving it. And I'm so happy for him. That's my boy. He's one of my favorite players at United now.
Probably at the moment.
And
well,
he's the only reason we got a point today.
Yeah.
He's literally the sole reason we got a point.
Him
today.
and Jorginho's first touch. That's the reason we got that.
Mr. Ballon d'Or, it's fine. You can carry on. You can keep that. You can keep that Ballon d'Or. It's you. But yeah, Jadon Sancho, you can get an 8 from me as well.
Jackpot, there we go. Well, you're my man of the match. I appreciate you more than life. Tell you what, I will never stop not loving you. Exactly. But I love you. You exposed a lot of fraud you have been. You exposed all the German tax. Appreciate you and your dumbass terrorist manager Tuchel. But anyways, we move on to our terrorist manager, Michael Carrick. To be honest with you, it was nearly a 10 out of 10 for Michael Carrick. If he kept the clean sheet and he nicked it, Carrick was going and he's seeing Carrick's at the wheel. That's how it would have been. But came up short. If I was Carrick today, I'd be feeling a little bit like, okay, we got a point that's more than anyone thought we'd get anyways. But I'd be feeling like, we could have probably got away with murder today if it wasn't just for Aaron Saka's dodgy penalty. But it's pragmatic football. It's terrorist football. I hate it with my life. Subs were okay, I suppose. But you know what? You're getting a 0 because don't you ever fucking dare bench Cristiano Ronaldo again in your life. Okay? So you get a 0 for benching Ronaldo.
To be honest, I feel like people like Carrick give a bad name to pragmatic football. They really, really do. Because it's about finding a balance, honestly. Because if you watch a Simeone team and prime Jose Mourinho, going forward, they're still really good attacking teams. They really are. What Carrick and Ole do is just put everyone behind the ball. And that just makes no sense. Because it's a 90-minute game. The team that just has the ball and just keeps coming and coming and coming is eventually going to get something. You're lucky if they don't. So, yeah, I don't know about Michael Carrick's management future, but good riddance. And I give him a 3 for getting a draw.
3 for a draw, huh?
This is actually a crime against humanity. I said this. The way Carrick plays football is genuinely a crime against humanity. I was a Chelsea fan for the first half. I was enjoying every minute.
I was a Chelsea fan just because of fantasy league reasons. That's the only reason I was. Because I was like, this game don't matter to my life. My United love is only coming back when Ralph is here.
Exactly, it's done for now. Carrick, you need to get into the bin. This is honestly worse than Ollie. I feel like Ollie would have at least shot more than 3 times during this
Overall,
game.
we would never have gotten the point under Ollie. But at least Chelsea would have smacked us and we would have been like, okay, we've seen some goals today.
It would have been 5 today.
It was disgusting. That was the worst performance I've ever seen in my life. I literally felt like I was West Brom last season trying to be saved by Sam Allardyce. And we needed this point.
Today
we
was
needed
Big
more
Sam.
than life itself.
Today was Big Sam.
We channeled Big Sam today. It was disgusting. This is not Manchester United level. No way even. Yeah, I don't care that we nicked the point right now. It means absolutely nothing, except for City and Liverpool, who are steadily gaining on them.
Mm-hmm.
It means nothing. You can get a 0 and
Both,
please retire. Just retire, Carrick.
Just retire.
You know what? We'll see. We'll see. These points are important.
I tell you, if we win the league somehow, and it was by this 1 point, we give Carrick the statue. We give Carrick the statue.
Yes, we'll give a statue to Carrick, okay?
Yeah, then he deserves it. But
Sure.
like I said, for us, it's not.
It's really unlikely.
Guys, every time I look at this league table, we are finished. Yeah.
You know what?
United
I'm
are
looking at the league
finished.
table now as well in my hands. Just that 1 point saved us from being 9th below Brighton.
Oh,
That's what it did. Okay, that's what that
It's
1
a
point's
marathon.
done.
It's not gonna happen. But if it does somehow, at the end of the day, if it's a 2 point difference, it'll be like, at 2 points, it made a difference, So that's the nature of a league, really.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad, huh? Looking at the league table, don't look at the league table.
Oh,
That's why when Ragnar comes, I am gonna look at the league table. We just have to
table
keep on.
start.
Exactly. We just
That's
keep
one.
winning. We just keep winning, and then maybe after like a 10-game winning streak, we look at the table again. But for now, if you're a United fan, don't look at the table. You will get depressed. But yeah, anyways, Ralf Ragnick. Oh god, you cannot come soon enough. You need to you need to be a hero for the fans. You need to be
Come
a hero
tonight.
for them. Exactly.
Please.
And Ralph, I got just one thing to say. If you fucking dare play defensive football somehow at United because there's some unreal curse at this club, I'm done. I'm supporting Newcastle. I'm going to the championship. We're going to spend £1 billion, come back up, and we're going to dominate the league after that, okay? So Ralph,
plastic fan on earth.
exactly, I'm
going
going to become
Red Bull
the
wins
most
the league.
plastic in the
I'll
world.
go watch City, I'll go watch Chelsea, I'll go watch Liverpool. It's fine. I'll be all 3 of their fans. United
Yeah,
choose
so
all
Ralph,
league
no,
that happens.
that's too much pressure. We're not asking for much. Just some good football, just to start with. Don't depress us. Don't be parking the bus out here
Then
against
we'll leave
Arsenal and
next
stuff.
season,
Exactly. And then we'll win the league. We talk about winning the league next season again. But Ralph, please don't kill us. Don't be playing Carrick football somehow on the first day, okay? But like I said, Ragnick, you better be here for Arsenal. And we play Arsenal because I think the games are ridiculously close
Yeah,
to each
it's
other now.
December schedule right now, so it's a game every 2 days.
Yeah, so we're
really.
playing. Oh my god, we're playing Thursday night football. Live Thursday. We're back, boys. Thursdays. We're back on Thursday, so that means match preview will be on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. So we'll have match preview on Tuesday, and then we play again on Sunday. So we got, well, in the space of basically a week, we got 2 games because Thursday, Sunday. Beautiful. There we go, and then we have
back, boys.
exactly content's back, and it'll actually be good. It won't be depressing because we got lots
Tomorrow
of.
will be nice.
Well,
Promise.
what I was to say, because lots of people was giving us feedback on the last match preview. We were just like, it's so weird seeing all of you guys smiling about something for once. United, I'm just like, it is that it is. And Ralph comes in, and you have a manager that talks about counter pressing, 8 seconds on the ball max. We need to attack,
Actually having
play
a
attacking
philosophy.
football. Exactly, just basic. You could be Big Sam, and you could be like, we're gonna park the bus, and we're gonna route it up the field. And I'll be like, wow, tactics. That's how bad it is at United. But Ralph, can't wait to see your beautiful face. Is there anything else you guys want to say before Mr. Ragnick comes?
I'm just
Or the
excited.
club are going to give Carrick a new contract because he got a point against Chelsea.
I might just die. I'll fall over and die. Honestly. But I'm super excited. I think the football is going to change drastically, and that's all I really want, is just to enjoy my club's football. We haven't had that in forever.
Yeah.
My last words under this era.
If you have anything to get off your chest now, you must get it off your chest because this is the last. This is
It's simple.
the end of the
It's
era.
easy. It's fuck you, Ollie, and fuck you, Carrick. I'm Ollie out. See you in the next one.
We're gonna end it at that because that is very poetic. Actually, I couldn't sum it up better myself. So, in the words of Clay, we end off on that. We check you guys on Tuesday with hopefully Ralf Ragnick already confirmed manager for the Arsenal game. We'll check you all very soon. Have a good night's sleep. The days of Carrick and Ollie are over. Goodbye.